On this particular day, we were inserted because an aircraft had spotted a huge bundle of something at the edge of a tree line. And I'm talking something probably about 4 feet high, 3 or 4 feet square. It was a big bundle, initially thought to be rice, which was a goodly amount of rice. In actuality, it turned out to be salt. And that was a large amount of salt, which indicated a large force. We were told to go into the woods, and we did. And we're walking along carefully, very carefully. And we come upon an open area where the trees had been cut off about 3 feet high, just like somebody had tried to make a highway or path, except you got all these tree stumps. And they had been sawed off. They didn't fall over. So right away we knew we weren't in Kansas anymore. So we got very careful at that point and kept moving, and then all of a sudden point man indicated he had found something, and so when we checked it out, we had come upon a large enemy camp. What they had done, they had dug a huge rectangle, maybe 3 feet below ground level, and within that area they had set up their camp. And indications were it was a lot bigger than we were. And so my lieutenant at that time radioed back and informed the battalion what we had. And our assumption was going to be they were going to say, okay, get out of Dodge. But they didn't. They wanted more intel, so we pushed on. Essentially what we had done, we had surprised the enemy, and they had just evacuated their camp and had moved farther on and had set up a hasty ambush. And so we kept moving, and we came upon a large bomb crater, probably 25, 30 feet across, 20 feet deep. It was a big hole in the ground, and with a mound of dirt blown up and over like an explosion would cause. Well, as the point squad made it all the way around the bomb crater to the other point, the enemy opened up an ambush on us. At that point in time, most of the platoon was able to get inside that bomb crater, which was like a huge foxhole. The point squad was pinned down where they were. They had shot the point man in the head, did not kill him, but I got word on my radio to come forward with the medic. I went to the bomb crater. The medic went on up and checked the wounded man, and for whatever reason, bless his heart, he picked him up. And when he picked him up, he took a round right through his chest and killed him instantly. The battle was on, and the way it broke out with being in the bomb crater, by having that big mound of dirt, we essentially occupied the high ground, so to speak, which in combat tactics, they always say, take the high ground. We were shooting down on the enemy, and they were shooting up. So that worked to our advantage. We proceeded to slug it out at that point. It was a very long day for us. First thing we called on was artillery. The artillery was pounding away, and we called in the Cobras with what they called the minigun, which is a very fast machine gun. The enemy at one time made a surge to try and overrun us, but at that point in time we had 3 M60 machine guns and were able to repel them. The enemy, realizing what was coming next, which would be jets, they were starting to quiet down, and at that point in time we decided to exit stage right. And unbeknownst to us, probably 20 yards from that bomb crater was a huge open area. And so we exited out that, grouped up, and moved out carrying our wounded and our dead. And the jets came on station. The choppers came in and picked us up, and we went back to the LZ. And we had other contact before and after, but that was probably a big chapter in Echo's life at that time.